Welcome to Morgan in the Morning. The Real Morgan YouTube channel.
Alright, so I want to know, can you beat Kingdom Rush Origins on Veteran with just level 3 artillery? This one's going to be a bit tricky, but at least we have good heroes like Phoenix to help us with some flying enemies, as you can see here clearly. Now, I'm still trying to figure out every time I do a new challenge like this one's going to be pretty darn hard in a few key ways. I'm always wondering, what's my biggest point of concern? Is it flying enemies, or is it, high armored guys? Is it just the fact that I don't have any barracks in this challenge? It's kind of a mixture. It depends on what game you're playing with. But in general, there's only like 2 or 3 levels off the top of my head where you have to worry about flying enemies. This is one of the big ones. The levels with all the gloomies are coming up, those insect things that duplicate every second or whatever it is. But there's just so many ways to already play around those, and you can use different heroes to help play around them as well. But on those levels with flying enemies, there's those big poison blueberry things that are purple, that shoot out purple death clouds and just kill all of those gloomies. So it's like, okay, well, that's pretty easy to deal with them then. And then you always have lightning, which is just a field clear as far as I'm concerned on frickin' Steam, not on iOS, that's for sure. You always got your just amazing reinforcements. This game, I'll go on record, this has the best reinforcements out of any game. They come every 10 seconds, medium armor, I think 150 HP, high damage, they're unbelievable. Best reinforcements by far, in my opinion. Most people are probably going to prefer the first Kingdom Rush game, just because the javelins seem extremely, high for bringing out levels of death-bringing, hash-slinging slasher levels of DPS to the enemies, but it's not all about DPS. I think that the reinforcements in this game really just, in my opinion, they're overpowered. They're really, really good. And they get here so quickly, and they just don't die easily. They're freaking awesome. But anyways, my point was, there's a lot of ways to deal with flying enemies. This game introduced a lot of little things here and there, little trinkets that you can interact with to beat every level with. You got the crystals in the later levels. You got the blueberry poison clouds, and this level and others, and it just, I like it. I like having things to interact with. I like that it gives you different ammunition to throw at these baddies, but it does make the game a little bit easier. So Kingdom Rush Origins, perhaps even on Impossible, is just easier than Kingdom Rush or Kingdom Rush Frontiers. It's not as easy as Vengeance, which is just a joke. That game is embarrassing in certain ways. Now, it's not the worst thing ever created. It's not like it's just a pure turd that has no benefits, but we all know the potential that Kingdom Rush Vengeance could have been, but didn't live up to. Anyways, I'm going to try not to talk about that right now, even though I could ramble on about it for a long time. But all the little interactable, that's not a word, things that you can interact with, all the things that I already mentioned in this game, they're just, they make it way more interesting, but also probably the game's just too much on the easy side. But that's okay, because you don't have to use those. That's true. But yeah, they are fun. The fun value definitely went up with this game. I think that's the real reason that this is one of my favorite games. Also, I love this game because it introduced hero spells, which is just another, awesome piece of ammunition that you get to take down these evil hordes with, and that's freaking awesome. If Kingdom Rush Frontiers had a hero spell that you could control, that would probably be my favorite game. But this game has it, so this game still takes the cake for me. Man, guys, I'm just rambling, but that's kind of what I do. So we're just gonna go with it. So level 3 artillery, this is going pretty swimmingly so far. Haven't lost a ton yet. I actually didn't include some of my losing footage. I normally include a decent amount of it, but I need to be honest. When I'm doing some of these attempts, I'll just get so angry and I'll rage quit, or I'll fail a level like 5 times in a row, and I'll only include like 0 or 1 of those failed attempts just so you can see that it was a struggle. But sometimes I'm just so angry that I'm losing that I don't even want to record it because I don't want to have to suffer through just watching myself do it. So I'm sorry if I've misled any of you to think that I actually have any amount of skill. I'm actually not that great at these games, believe it or not. I've just played for a long time, and I like to do it, and I just throw it online. That's pretty much all I do. And so, yeah, I'm sorry to let your hopes be kind of down in the dumps, but I'm not one of the best players at this game, and I don't really care. That isn't the point. The point is to play them in a new way, or just to kind of build up the Kingdom Rush community, because I firmly believe that these games are too small. They're too underrated. It's too much of a diamond in the rough, or a needle in a haystack. I want more people to be able to see that there's a ton of content for these games, that there's a bunch of challenges and different ways to play. And, you know, I wouldn't have made it this far. I wouldn't be playing, or I wouldn't have even started this YouTube channel if Shy Guy Mask didn't just awaken this realm of possibility where there's all these different ways that you can beat Kingdom Rush games just by limiting yourself and playing things on a harder difficulty, using 1 tower, 0 towers, or it's freaking really fun, especially when these games have so much nostalgia for all of us. I've heard it said before, I have no idea where. It was, never underestimate the power of nostalgia. It was something like that. Or it was, nostalgia is one heck of a drug. It's true. I'm really into like retro games and stuff, and I wouldn't really consider this a retro game. And some of you probably would, but you know, I don't play Fortnite. I don't play all the cutting edge new games all the time or anything, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I don't know how I get so sidetracked sometimes, but this is a good challenge. You want to have some fun? Play this game on Veteran with just level 3 artillery, and I think you'll come to some of the same conclusions that I did, that artillery gets kind of a bad rap, but really, you're going to find some of the same solutions as me that, well, Phoenix is just really good, that's for sure. Durax has great crowd control, of course. He's a great hero. And then freaking Regson is just awesome at fighting bosses. Any boss level, because every time you use his ability on him, it does like 2,000 HP. It just makes it way easier, and he can duel without dying. Oh, it's awesome! We're about to beat this boss! Look at me just talking away! He's gonna explode any minute! Did I speak too soon, or is he about to? Yep. Oh, we got him, baby! So can you beat Kingdom Rush Origins on Veteran with just level 3 artillery? Quadruple, frick yeah! Oh, that was fun. I can't believe you can beat these games with just so many restrictions. Thanks for watching, nerds. Like and subscribe or something. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Do you think this game's possible to beat with just level 3 magic? I don't, but I'm gonna have to try.